You can report customers who are 30, 60, or 90 days late to credit agencies such as Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. However, the specific waiting periods and reporting requirements may vary by state and credit agency. Negative information, such as late payments, can impact a customer's credit score. Each credit agency has its own scoring system, but a 30, 60, or 90-day late payment will likely have a negative impact on their score. The warning of a negative mark on their credit report may motivate some customers to pay their overdue balance faster. However, it's not a guarantee that they will do so. Several factors should be considered before reporting. Some states have specific laws that govern how late payments are reported to credit agencies. It's important to check your state's laws before reporting any late customers. Reporting customers to credit agencies can have long-term consequences for them. It can affect their ability to obtain credit, housing, and even employment. Reporting late customers to credit agencies can damage your reputation as a business. Some customers may feel resentful or that you're not giving them a chance to make things right. Before reporting late customers to credit agencies, several steps should be considered. Firstly, contact the customer and clearly explain the overdue balance and consequences of non-payment. Secondly, consider offering a payment plan that allows the customer to catch up on their balance over time. Thirdly, if the customer is unresponsive or unwilling to pay, you may consider pursuing legal action to collect the debt. Only report customers to credit agencies as a last resort, and be aware of the potential consequences for both parties. Credit report agencies play a crucial role in the financial ecosystem by collecting and disseminating information about individuals' creditworthiness. These agencies, such as Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, gather data from various sources, including lenders, credit card companies, and public records, to create credit reports. These reports contain details about a person's credit history, including payment history, outstanding debts, and credit utilization. Lenders use these reports to assess the risk associated with lending money to an individual. A good credit report, characterized by a history of on-time payments and low debt, indicates a lower risk, while a poor credit report, marked by late payments or high debt, suggests a higher risk. The information in a credit report is used to calculate a credit score, which is a numerical representation of an individual's creditworthiness. The most common credit scoring model is the FICO score, which ranges from 300 to 850. A higher FICO score indicates a better credit risk. Credit scores are used not only by lenders but also by landlords, employers, and insurance companies to evaluate individuals. The Fair Credit Reporting Act, or FCRA, is a federal law that regulates the collection, dissemination, and use of consumer credit information. The FCRA aims to ensure the accuracy, fairness, and privacy of credit reports. It grants consumers the right to access their credit reports, dispute inaccurate information, and limit the sharing of their credit information. Under the FCRA, credit reporting agencies are required to investigate and correct any errors reported by consumers. If an error is verified, the agency must remove or correct the inaccurate information. The FCRA also limits the amount of time that negative information can remain on a credit report. For example, most negative information, such as late payments, can only stay on a credit report for 7 years. Bankruptcies can stay on a credit report for up to 10 years. The FCRA also requires credit reporting agencies to provide consumers with a free copy of their credit report each year. This allows consumers to monitor their credit history and identify any errors or signs of identity theft. In addition to the FCRA, some states have their own laws that regulate credit reporting. These state laws may provide additional protections for consumers, such as stricter requirements for credit reporting agencies or additional rights for consumers. When considering reporting late payments to credit agencies, it is essential to be aware of both federal and state laws. Before reporting a late payment, it is crucial to understand the specific requirements and limitations imposed by these laws. Failing to comply with these laws can result in legal penalties and damage to your business reputation. The decision to report late payments to credit agencies is a complex one that involves weighing the potential benefits against the potential risks. While reporting late payments can be an effective tool for debt collection, it can also have negative consequences for both the customer and the business. Therefore, it is important to carefully consider all the factors involved before making a decision. One of the key factors to consider is the impact on the customer's credit score. Late payments can significantly lower customers' credit score, making it more difficult for them to obtain credit in the future. This can have a ripple effect on their ability to purchase a home, rent an apartment, or even get a job. Reporting a late payment can also damage your relationship with the customer. The customer may feel resentful or that you are not giving them a chance to make things right. This can lead to a loss of business and damage to your reputation. On the other hand, reporting late payments can be an effective way to motivate customers to pay their overdue balances. The threat of a negative mark on their credit report can be a powerful incentive for customers to prioritize their payments. Reporting late payments can also help to prevent future delinquencies. By sending a clear message that late payments will not be tolerated, you can encourage customers to pay their bills on time. Before reporting a late payment, it is important to exhaust all other options. This includes contacting the customer to discuss the overdue balance, offering a payment plan, and sending a written demand for payment. Reporting a late payment should be a last resort, used only when all other efforts to collect the debt have failed. When reporting a late payment, it is important to ensure that the information you are providing is accurate and complete. This includes the date of the payment, the amount of the payment, and the reason for the late payment. Providing inaccurate information can result in legal penalties and damage to your business reputation. It is also important to keep detailed records of all communications with the customer, including phone calls, emails, and letters. These records can be used to support your claim if the customer disputes the late payment. Maintaining accurate and complete records is essential for protecting your business from legal challenges. In addition to reporting late payments, there are other steps you can take to improve your debt collection efforts. These include implementing a clear and consistent billing process, sending timely reminders, and offering multiple payment options. By taking these steps, you can reduce the likelihood of late payments and improve your chances of collecting overdue balances. It is also important to have a clear and consistent policy for dealing with late payments. This policy should be communicated to all customers and should be enforced fairly and consistently. A well-defined policy can help to prevent misunderstandings and ensure that all customers are treated equally. Finally, it is important to stay up to date on the latest laws and regulations regarding debt collection. These laws are constantly changing, and it is important to ensure that your practices are in compliance. Consulting with an attorney or debt collection agency can help you to stay informed and avoid legal penalties. The decision of whether or not to report late payments to credit agencies is a multifaceted one that requires careful consideration of various factors. Firstly, it is crucial to understand the legal framework governing credit reporting, including the Fair Credit Reporting Act and any applicable state laws. These laws dictate the permissible uses of credit information and impose obligations on businesses that report to credit agencies. Secondly, businesses should assess the potential impact on their relationships with customers. Reporting late payments can damage goodwill and lead to customer attrition, particularly if the customer perceives the action as unfair or retaliatory. Therefore, businesses should consider alternative approaches, such as offering payment plans or negotiating settlements before resorting to credit reporting. Thirdly, businesses should weigh the costs and benefits of reporting late payments. While reporting late payments can serve as a deterrent and encourage timely payments, it also involves administrative costs and the risk of legal challenges. Furthermore, the effectiveness of credit reporting as a collection tool may vary depending on the customer's financial situation and credit history. Fourthly, businesses should implement clear and transparent policies regarding credit reporting. These policies should be communicated to customers upfront and consistently applied to all accounts. Customers should be informed of the circumstances under which late payments will be reported and given an opportunity to rectify the situation before any action is taken. Fifthly, businesses should ensure the accuracy and completeness of the information they report to credit agencies. Inaccurate or incomplete information can harm the customer's credit score and expose the business to legal liability. Therefore, businesses should implement robust data validation procedures and promptly correct any errors that are identified. Sixthly, businesses should consider the ethical implications of reporting late payments. While it is within their legal rights to report late payments, businesses should exercise discretion and avoid using credit reporting as a means of coercion or harassment. The goal should be to encourage responsible financial behavior while preserving customer relationships. Seventhly, businesses should monitor the effectiveness of their credit reporting policies and make adjustments as necessary. This includes tracking the number of late payments reported, the impact on customer relationships, and the overall success rate of debt collection efforts. By continuously evaluating their practices, businesses can optimize their approach to credit reporting and ensure that it aligns with their overall business objectives. Eighthly, businesses should provide customers with resources and support to help them manage their finances and avoid late payments. This can include offering financial literacy workshops, providing access to credit counseling services, and developing budgeting tools. By empowering customers to take control of their finances, businesses can reduce the likelihood of late payments and foster stronger, more sustainable relationships. Ninthly, businesses should consider the long-term consequences of their actions. While reporting late payments may provide a short-term financial benefit, it can also have negative repercussions for their brand reputation and customer loyalty. Therefore, businesses should adopt a long-term perspective and prioritize building trust and rapport with their customers. Tenthly, businesses should seek legal counsel to ensure that their credit reporting practices comply with all applicable laws and regulations. Credit reporting laws are complex and subject to change, so it is essential to stay informed and seek expert advice when necessary. By taking these steps, businesses can make informed decisions about reporting late payments and minimize the potential risks and negative consequences. Ultimately, the goal should be to strike a balance between protecting their financial interests and maintaining positive relationships with their customers.